Prince of the Past, Chapter 30, Related Warriors, Secret Hospital, and a new mission alone. After being teleported to their headquarters, their master Shadow Order and Shadow Beauty tells Red Shadow he must go undercover to find out what Roulette's up to. He doesn't like the idea. Nonetheless, he doesn't want to be alone considering they have been on the run from everyone for 16 years. They have grown attached to be side by side each other since birth. Shadow Order says you have new mission that requires you to be on your own. Red Shadow Military says, I got used to being her shadow through everything. Shadow Beauty says you have no choice in the matter, you have to go. Shadow Order says, just think of it as part of your training. In the background, the medical doctors are checking out what happened. She seems fine, no broken bones or internal bleeding. They can't seem to figure out what went wrong. They do a diagnostic scan. Everything is normal. The other checks the suit upgrades from the liquid metal to see what happens. Tests must be processed. Shadow Beauty says, we'll keep an eye on you at all costs. Shadow Order says, we understand you two grew up together since your parents gave you to us long ago when we had your cousin the same time. Shadow Beauty says, we are figuring out how to get her out of where she's at. Shadow Order says, you must go before he gathers his troops. We heard that he has connections with a lot of cartels and mobster types from different countries. Shadow Beauty says, we must learn which nations are connected and whom. Understood. Red Shadow Military says, understood. He makes his way to the teleporting pod station and is directed to his cousin's tracking coordinates back to Russia for now. Shadow Order says, do you think he will make it? Shadow Beauty says, his judgment's is clouded from the worry if he will see her again. Shadow Order says it's no wonder they make an unbeatable team. And Shadow Beauty says, we must learn what else this metal can do beyond its limits. And Shadow Order says, you're right. They turned their attention to the doctors. What have you found out of our agent? Nothing yet. We did a full diagnostic. Nothing seems to be the problem. We have noticed the metal reacted differently when we took it off of her for some weird reason. Shadow Beauty says, do you think that this metal that we combined with the suit has secrets we are unaware of? The second doctor says, that's what we're wondering ourselves. Shadow Order says, could you do some configurations that we witnessed earlier from a meeting that you heard with Nightmare and Cedar? Dr. One says, we can try to combine a way to improve our codes. Shadow Beauty says, make it happen. Both doctors get started from what they learned from the recorded meeting from Roulette, Dragonstar, and Eternal from Nightmare and Cedar. Shadow Order informs Red Shadow of possible upgrades to the armor and weapons. He understood the message and waits for his cousin to awake from her coma-like state. Chapter 31, Brother and Sister versus Omega Red Blue Beta. While their parents are having a conversation among themselves, Prince Dragonline and his sister get the struggle of their lives. When their father had pushed her in earlier from their argument and their father's unexpected surprise when he threw Dragonstar across from the communications room. After being teleported from fight on Earth to obtain his goal, Prince Dragonline figures out that the combination, the strategy room was configured to his father's level of practice. They never met Alpha Red Beta's husband, the Omega Red Blue Beta. Between Omegas and the Prince Dragonline's armor react accordingly to their forces, unmatched their parents' senses in what's going on. The watery stages of their world, the water you can breathe as of normal oxygen, yet you still have movement like water. The creatures are much worse than those from Earth. Princess Rosepride hasn't ever used her guardian force at all. Her connection to her mother lets her know she is in danger. The father senses his son in the same manner. The parental instincts kick in after their decision of their alliance with Earth. Omega Red Blue Beta has his being of red-blue blended skin. His wardrobe had changed from what looked like so much Alpha Reds that cover most of the body, and the right leg shows well as the arms. Instead of Alpha Red's blue and colored wardrobe with Red Beta and Piranha Electric Eel combination, Omega Red Blue has Beta, Hammerhead, Shark, and Electric Eel Stingray combination. Has As they are colored the same as his skin, they have a golden trim around their structures, a golden blue combination. Princess Rose Pride. Let's see.